Good evening, it's 8 o'clock. The top headlines tonight, the southwest monsoon reaches the Andamans nearly a week early. The monsoon reaching the Andamans, also in Delhi and the surrounding areas, the heat waves drops drastically as temperatures drop today. NASA images meanwhile show heat islands around Delhi. A Shivling is found at the Gyanvapi Masjid, claims the petitioner. A Varanasi court orders that the area the Shivling claim is being made from be sealed. The survey report, however, is in a Varanasi court tomorrow. Nothing official before that, and the Supreme Court will also hear a plea against that survey tomorrow in Delhi. The Prime Minister and Lord Buddha's birthplace in Lumbini, Nepal, an also important bilateral meet between the India and Nepal Prime Ministers. Airfares likely to go up as jet fuel prices hiked again today. Jet fuel prices now at a record high. The Delhi Chief Minister takes on the BJP over bulldozer demolitions a month after Jahangir Puri. Get ready to go to jail, he tells Delhi MLAs. Meanwhile, the BJP says this proves AAP is supporting terrorists. After Finland, Sweden announces it will join NATO. Russia reacts strongly, with Russia's Putin saying it's another grave mistake. So our lead story tonight has to be the weather, and the good news is that the monsoon has reached a week early, nearly a week early. The southwest monsoon hitting the Andaman Islands. Sonakshi has the latest on that, and the heat wave. Sonakshi.
Well, Sonia, good news is that monsoon has arrived early, 6 days ahead of its schedule. It has reached Andaman and Nicobar Islands. However, there is a red rain alert for the state of Meghalaya. But what is worrying is that the space agency NASA has tweeted images of the heat islands. Now, the visuals on your television screens will tell you that NASA has tweeted a few days ago. These red spots on your television screens are of those visible red spots as the heat islands that Delhi has seen. But two more monthly records were broken in the country on the 15th of May, 49 degrees Celsius at Banda and 47 degrees Celsius at Pilani. The records for May and only behind June 2019 a year round.
No, so Sonakshi, what's happening here? Because in Delhi yesterday we had temperatures in some parts touching 49 degrees. What's it going to be like today in the next few days?
Well, the good news is that the heat wave and the temperatures, in fact, in Delhi has dropped drastically today from 49 degrees. We have come down to 42 degrees, but the heat wave has gripped, as we all know, much of North India. But some relief is expected. As you can see that the heat wave conditions are likely to reduce over the northwest and parts of northwest of India and central India from today. But the good news is that monsoon has arrived a week earlier and temperatures have dropped in the national capital. Experts are saying that the conditions of severe heat wave is likely to ease from today.
Sonakshi, thanks so much for that update. We'll be tracking the progress of that monsoon very closely. But let's go across to what is becoming a major political flashpoint. This isn't really about just facts anymore. This is about political beliefs and what political mileage is being taken out of this. So the latest is, and Nidhi is bringing us the report on that Nidhi, the survey of the Gyanvapi Mosque has officially finished today, with one side claiming that there is now official evidence of a Shivling being found here.
Well, before I get into a quick backgrounder on what the dispute exactly is at this site, Sonia, just to tell everybody that there is this survey which a Varanasi court had ordered of the Gyanvapi Mosque, and that survey, as you said, finished today. There's a court hearing on this tomorrow, but there's also a very important Supreme Court hearing against the entire survey exercise. And I'll come to that in just a moment. Let's look at the complex and what exactly is the point of contention. So this is that complex of the Kashi Vishwanath Mandir and the Gyanvapi Mosque. This is the animation there. And we're just going to zoom in and show you where the Prime Minister actually recently performed a puja at the renovated complex. This is the new Kashi Vishwanath corridor. There was a big function there several weeks ago which the Prime Minister attended. Now, right next to this is the Gyanvapi Masjid complex. You can see there that there is a wall dividing the two. Now, Hindu groups say that this used to be a temple that was destroyed on the orders of Emperor Aurangzeb in 1699. And here in the masjid complex, you can also see that there's a water body, there's a pond, and this is where Hindu groups have claimed that a Shivling lies beneath. And in fact, that is the area now that the court has sealed off today. Muslim worshippers, however, say that there is no Shivling here, that this is a fountain. So the court today deciding to seal off this pond is a very, very significant step. It means that no one is going to have access to it, and this is normally a place where Muslim worshippers would go to do their purification rituals before they went in for their prayers. Hindu groups have also claimed that the domes of the mosque, they have Hindu deities, or the idols of Hindu deities present in those. So that essentially is the crux of this dispute. But Sonia, the question before the Supreme Court is whether this entire survey is legal. There is a Places of Worship Act which was brought in 1991, which had said that apart from the Ram Janmabhoomi site, no other religious structure could be tampered with. It has to be what it was as of 15th August 1947. So if there was a mosque on a site on that date, it has to be a mosque. Now, if it was a temple, it has to be a temple. You can't change the structure post facto. And that was reiterated by the Supreme Court in its Ayodhya verdict in 2019.
Right.
So that's why the Supreme Court's verdict on this is going to be very important.
Right. So let's just see what happened today in Varanasi with both sides claiming absolutely different things. Let's just look at what happened.
Tensions over this spot in one corner of the Varanasi Mandir Masjid complex rose today, with a local court ordering a pond or well to be sealed after claims by a group of Hindu petitioners that a court-ordered survey had found a Shivling. A lawyer representing a group of Hindu women who have sought year-long access to pray at the shrine behind the mosque went to court seeking the water body which is used for the wuzu or purification ritual before prayers to be sealed.
बाबा मिल गए, इससे बड़ा समाचार कुछ नहीं। जिन खोजा तिन पाइयां गहरे पानी पैठ, इससे आप लोग समझ रहे हैं कुछ?
As soon as the survey work was completed today, the supporters of the group of Hindu petitioners came out chanting Har Har Mahadev.
आपत्ति लगाई थी कल कि ये पानी को हटवाया जाए, हटवाने के बाद इसकी रिकॉर्डिंग की जाए। पानी हटवाया गया तो वहाँ एक शिवलिंग पाया गया।
The Varanasi district magistrate has ordered that the water body is not used by anybody for now. However, the Muslim side rejects the claim of Shivling and said that what the Hindu petitioners are calling Shivling is actually a fountain, part of the wuzu.
जिसे शिवलिंग कह रहा है हिंदू पक्ष, वो असल में फुवारा है। वो असल में फुवारा है और उसी फुवारे के नाम पर ये लोग जो है पूरे देश को गुमराह कर रहे हैं।
The matter is politically contentious as well. Asauddin Owaisi of the AIMIM has drawn parallels with the Ayodhya Ram Janmabhoomi Babri Masjid dispute.
This is a complete textbook style of what happened when Babri Masjid was taken over Muslims. This order of today of sealing that area and allowing only 20 people to do namaz over there is a blatant violation of 91 Act.
जब मामला कोर्ट कचहरी में पड़ा है, कचहरी के आदेश पर कुछ काम किया जा रहा है, तो उसमें खलल डालने का और उसमें माहौल खराब करने का काम ना करें।
Tuesday is going to be very important for this matter. Here in Varanasi, the court-ordered survey will submit its report. And in Delhi, the Supreme Court will hear petitioners demanding a stay on the survey of the Gyanvapi Mosque. Key arguments against it are that it violates the 1991 Places of Worship Act, which says status quo should be maintained, upheld by the 2019 Ayodhya judgment. With Saurabh Shukla, Bureau Report, NDTV.
And the Uttar Pradesh Deputy Chief Minister has just tweeted endorsing the Shivling claim, saying that no matter how much you try to hide the truth, it will come out one day because truth is Shiva, glory to Baba, Har Har Mahadev. That's the UP Deputy Chief Minister. And the Prime Minister is currently meeting the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister and all his the cabinet ministers in UP. He's having dinner with them to discuss governance. This is after his one-day trip to Lumbini in Nepal, the birthplace of Lord Buddha, on Buddha Purnima. He talked there also of the Ram temple, saying that the people of Nepal would be as happy as the people of India with the construction of a grand temple to Lord Ram. It was important, however, diplomatically, because this is the first Prime Minister visit after ties with Nepal had soured over Nepal's claims to Indian territory.
Prime Minister Modi with his host, the Nepal Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deuba, lighting a lamp at the famous Ashoka pillar in Lumbini in Nepal, the site where Lord Buddha is thought to have been born.
नेपाल के बिना हमारे राम भी अधूरे हैं। मुझे पता है कि आज जब भारत में भगवान श्री राम का भव्य मंदिर बन रहा है, तो नेपाल के लोग भी उतना ही खुशी महसूस कर रहे हैं।
It's Buddha Purnima today, an auspicious occasion for millions. But while that may have been the overt reason for the visit, both India and Nepal are still in the process of setting right a relationship which ran into major hiccups in 2020. India has historically been Nepal's closest partner. Both nations share an open border and soldiers from Nepal form a part of India's vaunted Gorkha Rifles regiments. But the growing presence of China has Delhi worried. Beijing has the highest foreign direct investment of any country here, a bid to grow its influence in a region which it sees as key to its Belt and Road Initiative, a global infrastructure development strategy. In fact, while arriving here, the Prime Minister did not land at the nearby Gautam Buddha International Airport constructed by a Chinese construction group, choosing instead to fly by chopper directly to Lumbini.
India is our close neighbor and trusted friend with multidimensional relations. We look forward to further strengthening of our relations based on mutual understanding and respect.
For many here, India will always remain Nepal's closest partner.
कि भारत से जब रिलेशनशिप हमारा अच्छा होगा तो हमारा रोटी बेटी का सब चीज भारत से ही होता है। अब जब चाइना से होगा तो वो लोन देके हमें अपने ओर आकर्षित करेगा, तो उससे हम उसके आर्थिक नीति में फंस जाएंगे और यहाँ पे श्रीलंका जैसा माहौल क्रिएट हो जाएगा।
But while India is a trusted partner, many here do not want New Delhi to be a regional big brother.
नेपाल एक छोटा देश है और इसके पड़ोसी बहुत विशाल हैं। दोनों का संतुलन करके ही चलना नेपाल के लिए हितकर है।
In terms of optics and message, this visit of Prime Minister Modi has been well pitched. Now what remains to be seen whether this is able to generate enough significant gains for India and help in developing better trust with Nepal. From Lumbini, with camera person Sanjay Chakravarti, this is Ratnadeep Chaudhary for NDTV.
The other big headline tonight is the hike in the prices of jet fuel, which is going to have a direct impact on airfares. Priyanshi, what's the latest on that?
Well, Sonia, it's not just the cost of driving, but the cost of flying has been soaring this year. And in this case, the sky is not the limit. Airfares are likely to fly higher up as the price of jet fuel increased by 5% today, reaching a record high. Aviation fuel prices have increased for the 10th time just this year, taking them as high as 1.23 lakh per kiloliter. The price is up 62% just this year, marking a hike every fortnight of 2022. Flight fares across popular domestic destinations have soared by over 30% just this year. A flight from New Delhi to Mumbai now costs 37% more than what it did in January, while flying from Mumbai to Lucknow is now 42% more expensive, and popular flights from Hyderabad and Bangalore also cost over 35% more. Flying internationally is now even harder, with prices increasing by over 40% for a Mumbai to New York flight. The soaring prices are taking flights higher up, away from the common man's reach. And air travel barely recovered from the pandemic, and travel agents are again losing out customers.
We are planning for a trip after his CBSE board exam. So because of this hike in airfare, we are not able to go out.
Last 2 years, we are the first to get suffered and last to be cured. So we were bouncing back slowly, but now again with this impact, and from January to May, 9 times the aviation fuel has been hiked up.
Because the fares are just too high, we've seen some people on certain sectors move back to buying train AC class tickets or deferring the decision to travel altogether.
And global wheat prices have soared across the globe after India's export ban. Reports suggest that wheat prices in Europe have touched a record high today. The benchmark wheat index in Chicago went up by 6%, and Russia and Ukraine together supply more than a quarter of the world's wheat, increasing the wheat dependency on countries such as India as supply disruptions from the war continue. But another market was up today, and that's not bad news. Indian markets ended a 6-day losing streak amid volatile trade. Sensex gained 180 points to end at 52,973, while Nifty gained 60 points to close above 15,800 points. Experts say the spotlight still remains on macro concerns, including inflation, rate hikes, foreign fund pullouts, and the continuing war in Ukraine. So those are the top headlines from the world of markets and inflation. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Priyanshi. We're going across to the other big headline. The Delhi Chief Minister spoke today over the bulldozers that have rolled out in Delhi's capital. He said that though he's against encroachments, he doesn't think bulldozers are the right way, and told all his MLAs that get ready to go to jail and fight against these BJP bulldozers. The BJP responded strongly, saying this is part of AAP's strategy to support Rohingya, illegal Rohingya refugees and terrorists.
It's now the Aam Aadmi Party versus the BJP on bulldozers in the countdown to Delhi's municipal elections. The Delhi Chief Minister today spoke out against the current bulldozer drive in Delhi, a month after the Jahangirpuri demolitions. After a meeting with all Aam Aadmi Party MLAs in Delhi, his message was unambiguous. Stand with the people against bulldozers, even if it means going to jail.
हम खुद भी अतिक्रमण के खिलाफ हैं. हम नहीं चाहते कि एनक्रोचमेंट्स होनी चाहिए, हम नहीं चाहते कि इलीगल बिल्डिंग्स बननी चाहिए, लेकिन इस तरह से बुलडोज़र चला के लोगों के घरों को और लोगों की दुकानों को उजाड़ना ये सही नहीं है. हम इसका सख्त विरोध करते हैं. अभी मैंने विधायकों की मीटिंग ली और मैंने उनको यही कहा है कि जेल भी जाना पड़े, डरना मत, लेकिन आपको जनता के साथ खड़ा होना. इस तरह से बुलडोज़र चलाना सही नहीं है. मुझे लगता है कि इससे
Delhi's BJP President Adesh Gupta has responded.
केजरीवाल की चिंता वाजिब है कि वो आज बड़ा मासूम सा चेहरा लेकर आए और दिल्ली वालों को फिर उन्होंने वही डराने का काम किया. पूरी दिल्ली में बांग्लादेशी रोहिंग्याओं को बसाने का ठेका जिसको दिया है वो वही विधायक है जो बुलडोजर के सामने लेट गया था.
With the elections to the civic bodies in the national capital ought to be announced soon, the bulldozers have become the latest point of confrontation between the political parties. With camera person Pawan Kumar, this is Arvind Gunasekar for NDTV.
Well, a quick look at some international news. Russia's President Putin has reacted strongly after Finland and Sweden both announced that they will officially be joining the NATO. Sweden and Finland announced this today, and they said that this will happen soon. And why exactly is Russia so opposed to it? Because it will expand NATO's border closer to Russia. That's why President Putin had actually invaded Ukraine as well. Vladimir Putin said today it's not a threat, but Russia could respond to this grave mistake.
Что касается расширения, в том числе за счет новых членов Альянса, Финляндия, Швеция, у России, хотел бы вас проинформировать, уважаемые коллеги, нет проблем с этими государствами. Нет. И поэтому в этом смысле непосредственной угрозы для нас расширение за счет этих стран для России не создается. Но расширение военной инфраструктуры на эту территорию, безусловно, вызовет нашу ответную реакцию. И какой она будет, мы будем смотреть, исходя из тех угроз, которые нам будут создаваться.